There's a moment I think a lot of people recognize, even if they never talk about it. It's usually late at night. The day is finally quiet. You're alone with your phone, scrolling past videos about budgeting, investing, financial freedom, and something uncomfortable happens. You realize you already know this. You know what an emergency fund is. You know spending less than you earn matters. You've heard about compound interest so many times it almost feels obvious. So you open your banking app, and there it is. Not panic, not shock, just a dull, familiar heaviness in your chest. The numbers aren't catastrophic, but they're not comforting either, and a thought slips in, quietly, without drama. If I know all this, why do I still feel broke? That question hits harder than people admit. Because being broke before you knew anything feels understandable. It feels like part of the journey. Being broke after learning feels personal. It feels like you failed something, like you missed a step everyone else figured out. Like maybe the problem isn't money anymore. Maybe it's you, and that's where shame creeps in. But here's the truth most financial content never really sits with. People don't stay broke because they don't know what to do. They stay broke because financial knowledge and financial behavior are not the same thing. We're taught to think of money as logic, numbers, rules, clean systems. Earn more, spend less, invest the difference. Simple, rational, comfortable. But real money decisions don't happen in calm, rational moments. They happen when you're exhausted after work and cooking feels impossible. They happen when rent is due and your paycheck already feels allocated before it even arrives. They happen when family expectations show up and saying no feels heavier than the cost. They happen when you've been responsible for weeks and just want something that feels like relief. That's where things break. Financial education teaches you what to do. Life tests whether you can do it while stressed, tired, emotional, and human. And stress changes everything. So when people say, I just need more discipline, they're usually misdiagnosing the problem. Discipline isn't the issue. Stress is, mental load is, environment is. Most money advice assumes you're making decisions with a clear, rested brain. But most money decisions are made when your brain is already overloaded. Psychologists call this present bias. It's the tendency to prioritize immediate comfort over future benefit. The future feels distant and abstract. Today feels loud and urgent. Saving money doesn't feel rewarding now. Spending money does. Buying something gives relief immediately. Saving helps a version of you that doesn't feel real yet. That's not a personal failure. That's how the brain works. Another force quietly working against people is decision fatigue. All day long, you're making choices. At work, with people, with time, with energy. By the evening, your brain is tired. So when another decision shows up, save or spend, cook or order food, deal with this now or push it to next month, your brain isn't asking, what's best long term? It's asking, what's easiest right now? And easy almost always costs money. This is why willpower-based financial advice rarely sticks. Not because people are weak, but because they're human. Just cut back, just stay consistent, just sacrifice now. That advice sounds reasonable, but it ignores the emotional reality of living inside systems that constantly demand more from you. Here's the real turning point. The goal isn't to become a more disciplined person. The goal is to stop designing your financial life around who you wish you were and start designing it around who you actually are. People who seem good with money aren't constantly resisting temptation. They've reduced friction. Their savings happen automatically before emotions get involved. Their bills are predictable instead of surprising. Their lifestyle doesn't require daily self-control. They don't rely on motivation. They rely on structure. And once decisions are automated, behavior finally catches up with knowledge. Not instantly, not dramatically, steadily. Money stops feeling like an emergency. Mistakes don't spiral into panic. One bad week doesn't erase months of effort. And something subtle but important happens. Your nervous system calms down. When money feels unpredictable, your brain stays in survival mode. When it feels even slightly predictable, your brain relaxes. And when your brain is calmer, better decisions happen naturally This is the feedback loop most people never experience. They think they need confidence before they can feel calm. In reality, they need calm before confidence can exist. This is also where comparison quietly wrecks people. You see others online, investing early, buying homes, hitting milestones, and your brain starts racing. Am I late? Did I mess up? Am I already behind? That pressure creates urgency. Urgency leads to rushing. Rushing leads to skipping foundations. Money doesn't reward urgency. It rewards consistency. The people who eventually feel calm around money aren't the ones who made the boldest moves early. They're the ones who stayed in the game long enough for boring habits to work. That part doesn't look impressive. It doesn't get applause. It doesn't feel exciting, but it works. So what does this look like in real life? It looks like starting smaller than your ego wants. It looks like automating savings instead of waiting for leftover money that never appears. It looks like building buffers so small setbacks don't feel like personal failure. It also means letting go of perfection. You will still spend emotionally sometimes. You will still make choices that aren't optimal. That doesn't mean you're failing. Progress with money is quiet. It's boring. And boring is stable. There's one last layer that matters. A lot of people believe that once they get money right, life will finally calm down. That financial stability will remove stress, fix relationships, soften work pressure. So every setback feels heavier than it should. A surprise expense doesn't just hurt financially. It feels like proof that you're still not safe, that everything could still fall apart. That belief keeps people stuck in urgency. But once you stop treating money like a test you're failing, something shifts. You stop reacting. You start responding. You give yourself permission to move at a pace your nervous system can handle. And over time, that's how people stop feeling broke, long before they actually become rich. Not through knowing more, not through forcing discipline, but through understanding themselves. Progress beats perfection every single time. If this video felt uncomfortably familiar, you're not broken, and you're definitely not behind. You're just human, trying to make calm decisions inside a noisy world. Money isn't something you fix overnight. It's something you slowly design around your real life, your real stress, your real limits. If you want more videos like this, not about getting rich fast, but about feeling less anxious and more in control, you can subscribe and stay here with me. No hustle culture, no shame, just slow, practical clarity. And remember, you don't need perfection to move forward. You just need consistency. I'll see you in the next one.